Hello everyone, hope y'all are ready. Today we are taking a look at the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play that just aired. We have not seen it yet.
No.
Or at least I haven't.
I have not watched it.
Okay.
I've actually worked today.
Yeah.
Like an adult.
I've been avoiding spoilers in Discord and online and that kind of stuff.
I haven't had time.
Yeah, we're going in fresh. And so we are Cameron+Deanna. This is our channel. Super happy to have you watching. If you haven't liked, comment, subscribe, please. That would really help us out as we're getting started. Hopefully make cool content like this.
And come hang out with us on Twitch.
Yeah.
Also, Cameron+Deanna on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Come hang out. We have a lot of fun.
And so we don't honestly know that much about this game, like publicly. So we know it's about Hogwarts. We know it's several hundred years before the Harry Potter series. So with all of that in mind, what is something that you're looking forward to or interested in seeing?
I am interested to see if there's going to be a sorting quiz or if you just get to pick your house. Mm-hmm. If you get to design your student to look like you. If you get to choose a wand or if they let the wand choose you or such things. And I want a pet. Nice. I want a cat.
You want a cat?
Yes.
So for me...
Simple.
I think my biggest thing is I want them to make wizard duels look cool. We haven't necessarily gotten a lot of that, and so that's something that I'm very interested in seeing. I'm hopeful that that'll be a big part of the game. I was talking to some other friends. One of the ideas that got brought up is, are we going to see Quidditch?
Ooh.
Like, would that be a mini game that we would have within the year that we would get to play Quidditch?
Yeah. And the only, experience I have with Harry Potter games has been there was a computer game where you do spells and things, like you walk up to a door and it's got a shape of a spell and you trace it or something, and then you have also little dual mini games and stuff. And I feel like that was back in 2001 computer game, really bad graphics Harry Potter, but I played it all the time. And maybe there was another one that was on console, but I don't quite remember which one was which.
Yeah.
But yeah, early Harry Potter stuff. So I'm excited because I haven't played a Harry Potter game in a long time.
Yeah, I think Lego Harry Potter is the only Harry Potter game I've played.
See, I don't think I've played that one. I've only played the Star Wars ones. And then that DC one.
Mm-hmm.
But.
So with that, let's go ahead and get into it. You ready?
Yep.
We got about 20 minutes. 14 minutes is supposed to be gameplay. So let's see what we got. It's my favorite part.
What, waiting?
The black screen. Oh, and should say we're watching this on YouTube, so there's probably a better version of the video somewhere. The graphics won't look nearly as well as it would in the actual game.
Yeah. Who's Avalanche? What have they made?
Who is Avalanche and what have they made?
Portkey games.
Yeah,
that sounds interesting.
And that's a new studio that they started for this game.
Oh.
Lumos.
Getting game footage, work in progress.
What do you think you're doing here, human?
It's our centaur friend! Trolls? Or giants? What is that?
We got some fantastic beasts.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard
got our little
kind,
goblins?
as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire
Can we play
wizarding
as
world.
non-humans? I doubt it, but that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or
here you
wizard
go.
you want to
That's
be.
a
Can
cool
make
looking,
it look like you.
That's a cool creator too. I like that.
When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be
rainbow
sorted
hair.
into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses:
hair.
Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you
Ravenclaw,
settle
perfect.
into
Oh, I
your
like that
dormitory,
scarf.
you will meet up with your housemates in the common room.
If they don't put
you
me in
will then need to
Hufflepuff
attend classes, and you
immediately,
do have
I
some
will
catching up
restart
to
the
do,
game until
as
I
you
am.
were starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
Oh, we're starting.
You
Oh,
are the
interesting.
new student.
That's when all the fun stuff
You'll
starts.
begin your studies attending Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, and Potions classes,
Makes sense
to
when you
name
take
a few.
class.
Ah, hello, class. Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
I wonder where we're transferring
begin?
from. Are we coming from like a
Welcome
different
to year 5
wizarding school?
of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I
The
am
logos look
confident
different.
that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
It looks like
for
it's
a
like
proper
generic
Hogwarts welcome.
teachers.
Yeah. So here's our. Ooh, that's
Same
fancy.
classrooms and settings, but different
Yeah.
teachers.
You may begin.
Not bad for a beginner.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here, you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries.
Yeah. So this is something I'm super interested in. Like, what
You'll
all can we
discover
discover?
dungeons and secret passageways,
Yeah, I like seeing new areas.
Yeah.
as well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to
Puzzles?
solve.
Okay, we like puzzles.
Because it's supposed to be an open world
You
game.
may even
so I'm
find
kinda
yourself
curious.
in iconic locations you've never
The
been able to
kitchen.
explore before.
Where's Winky?
Yeah, I'm curious to how open it can be if you're in the school. Like, are you gonna be able to explore the ground?
Dude, this is my dream
battle.
It's the late
Oh.
1800s, so while the common
That
rooms
needs
and
to
classes
exist.
may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
Oh, really?
Nearly Headless Nick. I mean, he's been there for a long time. but-
Join the Headless Hunt. I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win them over.
There was a lot with him
He's
in the books that weren't
You'll come to know this
talked about.
eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments.
Can
that
we
are
fall
part of a
asleep in
special
history class?
curriculum,
That's what I
ones
wanna know.
designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
Oh, there's Quidditch.
Oh, flying.
Okay, I guess I guess at least flying on
At
brooms.
least flying.
That did look. It looks like a
Opportunities
Quidditch.
for adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts.
Chamber of Secrets.
The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety
Okay,
of
so like
Hogwarts lies in the balance.
the classes are going to be like the
opinions
tutorials,
differ
I
as to
guess.
how
Like
great
that's
a
what's going to
threat
teach
he
you the
really
new
is.
abilities. And
They're going to get you ready for
yeah,
a mission, basically.
yeah.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins,
Oh, that was cool.
and sinister witches and wizards,
Again,
all
can I be on the
willing to
goblins
fight,
team?
even kill, to achieve their own goals.
Avada Kedavra.
In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all
Why are we
you
making the
needed
goblins
was a
bad guys?
distraction.
My
I
question.
gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Are you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't
I like his
involve
hat.
yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
A giant repair zone. Fix this broken bridge has been
Right.
like broken for forever.
There's basically no rules, right? That's kind of the. Some people can use it to fix glasses. Other people can literally fix like decades of wear and tear.
Wand fighting.
Enemies possess unique defensive and
That's
offensive
cool.
abilities, including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted
Am I gonna have to
weaponry,
go
and
into a
more.
menu
While
to
some may
cast
attack
spells?
directly, others might enchant
I don't
and
enjoy that.
incapacitate you.
Oh,
Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes.
So here's kind of my thing. Like, this is one of the things.
Counterattack
Ooh,
with
that was
powerful
insane.
stunning charms, allowing you
there's
to
a
follow
lot
up
of,
with
like,
extended
standing
spell
still.
combinations.
Like, but it's got some like cool moves to cast the spells.
Yeah, like it looks visually cool.
Students who become
like that it's a
particularly
ranged
adept at
weapon.
spellcasting will find many ways to exploit
Okay, we
their
do have like a
enemy's
dodge.
weakness.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can kind of do like
Yeah.
like combinations. Like I'll freeze these two and then
Yeah.
I'll attack this Bravo one, which sounds useful for a
Flam
lot of
with
other
Descendo.
games.
Yeah, I'll say that this is definitely picked
Roast
up
with
more
Incendio.
interest-wise.
This is a
the-
lot
for
like
the
Evade
combat.
your enemies using
kinda reminds me
various
of-
finishes.
Fallen Order with.
You can even use the mysterious,
the
powerful
combat with
magic
the
your
force.
professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes.
Yeah. We're very comfortable
Mixing and
obliterating
matching
people
dozens of
considering we're
spells
like
will let you define
15.
your combat style.
But like, yeah, no. Like we're like literally a child.
I mean,
On your path to
Are
become
we-
the ultimate duelist.
are we poofing them or are we just making them go to another place?
I don't know. We literally struck someone with lightning. So yeah, is this gonna be
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills
Okay, so
to
we have
aid
skill
your
trees.
progression as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants, and potions to
Okay, yeah, I was
increase
thinking,
their
is this
power.
gonna be like
Decide
Spider-Man
which
level? Like,
talents best
Spider-Man
fit your
doesn't kill
playstyle
people, he
to
just
allow
throws
you to
manhole
focus
covers
on
at
your
their
favorite
face.
types of magic. You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Oh, I'm gonna fail that minigame so many times.
I'm pretty sure this is something I'll have to
Spells
focus
are not
on
the
and
only
just
tools at your disposal
do
in
until I get
combat.
it perfect.
As you hone your wand skills,
And I
you
will
can
not
continue
sleep.
to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when
That's
you need a
fun.
boost.
I love it's just like holding a bottle, like, hey, I gotta have
Grow
this.
and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay.
Oh, you can have little plant buddies.
That's fun.
You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting
Yes.
enemies.
That's awesome.
In Beasts
A
class, you will learn
niffler.
about a variety of magical
Oh my
beasts you
gosh.
might encounter, both at school
Oh, it's playing
and
with
as
the
you
bomb.
explore the world
is it?
surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind
Okay,
all of you
here we go.
how to
A
maneuver
flying
on
lesson?
a broomstick safely.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
Okay, that makes sense. That's
Quick,
like
fast
that's
travel.
Fast
Do
travel.
herbology homework.
You're despicable.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions.
Glad to know that
And
even
over
200
time,
years in the
you'll
past,
learn
we're still
their
breaking out of
stories.
school all the time, getting everybody into trouble.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts,
Baby!
connecting with them more easily than
Chicken!
with humans.
What happens now?
Of course she's
Unafraid
a
of
Hufflepuff.
detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted
Is that Peeves?
section again.
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin
We've been over this, boy. Hufflefigs cannot reverse a curse.
with a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common
I
rooms,
say, can't help that we were
between
not told
classes
the
and
name of
regular
the
gathering
Ravenclaw
areas.
companion.
Welcome to the Room of Requirement.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement.
Never heard of it.
No.
Could you do like a base
You're
builder?
introduced to this space that seems to
Ooh.
sense what you need and then provides it for you.
It's on a foot. It's a pot on a foot.
Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear.
Yeah, so it's kind of like your
A helpful house elf named
outside.
Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
Pets!
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
Yeah, I like that.
You can freely
want
customize
pets.
this space to
Oh,
reflect
yes,
your
yes,
personality
all
and
in.
magical specialties.
Let me build my town.
I can Minecraft in this game. Kitty! You can brush the kitty.
With magic. Ooh, hippogriff?
A dragon of sorts.
Not everything you need on your journey is available at Hogwarts.
Welcome to
You'll want to
Hogsmeade.
visit the nearby
Permission
wizarding
from the
village
Hogsmeade.
of
Welcome to
Hogsmeade,
Hogsmeade.
where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the
Get
supplies you
butterbeer.
require. From potion ingredients and recipes, to seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of gear.
Outfits!
The cape.
But Hogsmeade
Yes.
also has its dangerous side. A
Oh,
band
this is
of
that guy
dark
with the hat,
witches
yeah.
and
Is
wizards
this the bad guy from
emboldened by the
Pinocchio?
turmoil of the
The bad guy
times
from Pinocchio.
wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them.
The void? Oh, so is that like we
As
don't
you
kill people, we
explore,
avoid
you'll
them?
find the
Yeah, I
world
see you put
surrounding
'em in the
Hogwarts
void.
is alive with activity,
You poop
wonders,
'em somewhere
and
else.
areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses,
That's where we
dynamic
have seasons.
seasons and climates will fill the
You
sky
poop them
with
somewhere else,
lightning
so
or
there's someone else's
sunshine,
problem.
or coat the ground with snow or rain.
Snow!
Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to
Oh,
tell
so you're not just at Hogwarts. You're
and
like,
missions
all
with
around
which
it.
they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself
Seems like a lot of
when
places.
he was a student at Hogwarts.
Merlin.
Magical beasts roam the
A
lands
thing.
outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic,
Oh, no.
while others are at risk
Oh,
of
those were in
crashes and their
Fantastic
traps.
Beasts.
Those are
If you're
adorable.
We don't know
feeling
what they
benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health
Kestrel
in the room of
baby.
requirement. But there are dangers beyond
Hey, we
your
rode that
understanding
Yeah,
in the
Gringotts.
world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and also untold rewards.
Those are creepies. I
Be
don't
careful
like
when
creepies.
you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
Not a darker path.
No!
Are we the dark wizard?
Master spells,
That's the plot twist.
befriend new allies, journey across a landscape never seen before, uncover
with the
ancient
goblins is
secrets,
just a
combat
misunderstanding.
mystical threats, learn long-forgotten mysteries, become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world. Here, in Hogwarts Legacy.
So it
I
seems-
like that it doesn't fit into the movies.
Yeah.
Like it's its own thing.
I'm a fan of that as well. And I like that we saw several different types of dragons.
Yeah.
So it's like it seems like that like
Holiday. Which one?
which holiday
There are lots of them.
is that? Okay.
That was your first
So
Just leave it on that screen.
yeah. So with that, I'm gonna kick it back and just kind of go to 0 audio, just as we chat. So, what'd you think?
It looks fun. I'm a little concerned that with all the spells, there's gonna be some kind of like menu that I have to navigate through to cast spells. I hope it's a situation where I can just button mash my way out of it. So that's one concern I have. Other than that, like it looks really fun, and kind of like I love the idea of customizing a lot because I enjoy games like that where it's like I get to live this like kind of pretend life and set up my own little house or my own little yard or pets or things like that, very much like Minecraft and things like that, but within this universe.
The combat grew on me the more that we saw. My biggest thing is it felt like a lot of what we see in the movies is the characters standing still throwing spells at each other, which I don't necessarily think is like engaging gameplay. But as they showed more and more, especially as they showed the non-wizard enemies, it really looks like there's going to be a bit more like you have a dodge, looks like a dodge roll. You have the ability to like interact and like you like take this like stone golem sword and like hit them with it and stuff like that. So it seems like there's going to be a good variety of stuff like that you can do besides sitting still. To your point,
His robes are different. Sorry, I just noticed that the character's robe has like lines around it, whereas the other students don't. Anyway.
Now I forget what I was going to say.
Sorry, I killed it. I killed the train of thought. Combat.
And so one of the things that we didn't see, there we go, was to your point earlier, we did not see any of the UI or anything like that. So we don't actually know, like, in combat what that's going to look like. To your point, like, are we going to be mapping buttons to various, or spells to various buttons? Like, R1 is going to be one spell, R2 will be a different one. Like, or is it going to be like go into slow-mo, select your spell, cast your spell, or something
or it's like this
that.
Combination of button pushes does this or something like that.
Yeah. And like you said while we were watching, I really like the style that they're putting in. Like, it seems like the main character is going to have some very cool ways of casting their spells. They look very fancy doing so.
Yeah, they get flourishes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that. And I like that we're going to see more than just Hogwarts. That was one of the things that I was wondering about. I even mentioned as we were watching. Like, this is supposed to be an open world game, and while they can do a lot of exploring within Hogwarts, we do need some way of like getting a more open environment. And so it's cool that we'll be able to fly around. They showed us brooms and hippogriffs.
Yep.
We didn't specifically see Quidditch, but we did see someone that looked like they were in like Quidditch gear.
Yeah, and it looks like they're expanding more on things that were mentioned to be in Hogwarts, like peeves, or like things that weren't in the movies, or something that was just like mentioned or we went to in the books but never saw in the movies. So it kind of seems like also just from like a story perspective, like they'll kind of like reference things that are in the books and like in the world but just didn't end up in the films that were made. So like people who hadn't read the books might get to see like stuff that they didn't even know was kind of there. But yeah, they did a lot of talking. Oh, here's the person that looks like they're in Quidditch uniform. They did a lot of talking about us trying to catch up with the other students. So like, and they did mention that we're coming in our 5th year. It makes me very curious to why. I wonder if it's like we are a newly discovered like witch or wizard. Like maybe we're Muggle-born and we came into it like, oh, maybe we didn't know that we had powers until later or something like that. Like, I wonder if that's a thing where it's like, oh, we didn't even know any of this existed. Kind of like if Hermione's like powers came in late sort of thing, or like just didn't have a reason to show them, something like that. Or it's a situation where you were like a homeschooled wizard and you finally got accepted to Hogwarts or something. Something like that. I'm very curious. So this stuff I think looks really cool, fighting these goblins. Like the variety there looks pretty interesting. The thing I was going to say, I'm interested to see what's going on with the goblins and their parties with this cool dark wizard with this fancy hat. The bowler hat guy? Yeah. I'm very curious to what's going on there, how that's going to tie in. I am interested to see if there are going to be any tie-ins with like Fantastic Beasts or Harry Potter more directly. Just because it seems easy to do. I was saying on First Geek that I really want to see them address the giant squid. The squid in the lake? Yeah, that just never gets really talked about, but we know is there. Yeah, and like that kind of stuff. I would like to see them do that kind of thing. And I'm definitely curious if we'll have any sort of like bigger tie-ins. Like maybe there'll be a lot of like little Easter eggs for things that are like in the main stories. Cause I feel like this almost seems like it's before a lot of stuff. I can't tell if it's like timeline wise when it's set. I think it's supposed to be 1800s. Okay, so it's like a long time ago. Yeah, I could be wrong there. I'm pretty sure. Because Harry Potter takes place in the 90s. In the 90s, yeah. Or 80s and 90s. And I could be wrong on that exact, but I think it is supposed to be a significant portion of time ahead of the Victorian age. Yeah. And then last thing, we did not get a release date. But we did get holiday 2022. Whose holiday? What holiday? Every holiday. It seemed that makes me think it would make sense for this to be before Thanksgiving, just to get out before Black Friday. Yeah. In the U.S. But we'll see there. I was definitely expecting a real release day.
Oh, here's the sword thing I was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, if they have this much done, it could be like they just have to like hit a certain milestone before they can actually announce a date. That's a kind of frustrating thing with release dates and stuff like that. Is like they are probably at a point where they probably know when it'll release, but it's like they're not allowed to choose a date until they hit certain production milestones, so that they're not like something happens in the middle of production. They're like, oh, just kidding. We said this, but it's going to take a few more months.
Yeah. So with that, any final thoughts? And we'll conclude this.
Not really. I mean, it looks fun. It's just a question of me being an inexperienced console gamer if I will be able to play this. Because I know I've started several games and been like, nah, this is too complicated. I can't button mash my way out of this, so I'll just watch someone else play it. But I do like that you can... I'm excited about kind of all the customizations in it. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, my final thought, looks like there's a lot of cool stuff to do around the map, around the school. Definitely very interested in seeing how all of that's going to play out and how classes will tie in with the bigger quests.
Yeah. Or if we'll see any stuff, because if it's older, more stuff about like the founders and stuff. That'd be cool.
Very true. Very good point. So this is Cameron+Deanna. Thank you everyone who watched with us. As we said at the beginning, let us feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you're excited about. What do you think looks cool? How many times are you gonna fail the potion minigame? And whether or not you're looking forward to this game. And so with that, thanks everyone. Have a great rest of your night. Bye.
Bye.